Sit in a song. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Hey. Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. What if I told you to sit in it for a minute and wrestle with your intentions? I know you're tired of pretending, yeah. I hope you're listening, this is just the beginning. And sitting is where the winning is. Learn it and you gon' win again. It's your throne cause you're W2 for a win. The lights on and the future just welcomed you in. Big boss flaws like Daenerys, now shall we begin? When you play the Game of Thrones, you better be playing to win. Masters and bastards is the language of past interactions. Disaster strikes and we need you seated, ready for action. Have some compassion, be rational. Now bring the fractional back to you in your capacity. Actually have audacity. Sit in your chastity, appreciate your masterpiece. Your masterpiece is how you piece together all the recipes. They can cook it up and dish it out, but they will never be the you we need. So please concede, it's time for you to take your seat loud.
Take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle and leave no
residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat and
let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle,
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat
and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. Can I talk to somebody this afternoon who's had to wrestle with a fear of sitting? Like, I don't know where you've been, I don't know what you've dealt with, but let proof.
Yeah, like I said, ain't no Jim Crow. My stomach been jumping bungee rope. You see, I lied to myself. Cried every night, I denied myself. Looking for a sign for a voice out there. That's when I sat down like me, come here. Let's look at your scars, let's open your fears. Let's peel it apart, see what appears. Here, take your seat.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle,
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are.
Right, on me. That's when I made the jump, more like it was a sit-in. Had to stop pretending my truth was stranger than fiction, like it ain't written. Although my penmanship is sketch, I had to draw the line, connect the dots, remove myself from Mordor's eye. Return to self, return to sender, all your favorite precious little lies and projections. You see my essence ain't a prison, it's a prism of molecules and geometric patterns. I can't believe I let the interference turn to static. I can't believe my enemy was something I imagined. I can't believe with patience peace comes with understanding. The stars in their alignment don't require no one's timing. Your truth what you decided, your seat here you assigned it.
Take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle and
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet who is as high as you are. Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet who is as high as you are. Take up your mantle,
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and now you
are the proof.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends and
now you are the proof.
Wow, what a great way to start our Sunday. Welcome everyone to Sunday Sessions. No matter how you're joining us live on YouTube or watching the replay, joining from the global campus or participating through a local watch party, this is our weekly touch point, a place of connection, a place for community, and a place for conversation. Our mission here at Bridge City is to help people connect better, to build better, and to help people live better every day.
Yes, indeed. And that's Mark Russell right there. And I'm Bob Swanson. Very glad to have you all joining us this morning. Mark, I was thinking, actually, watching the intro, those images, I saw pictures of me in there.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I've been involved with Bridge City now for just about a year, and part of Bridge City, our values are forward-thinking, people-centric, life-affirming, and just in my year of involvement, it's been really very cool to meet some really neat people through this platform, including yourself. So I've certainly appreciated it. Thanks everyone for coming in and joining us for this month's theme has been Sit in It, and today's conversation specifically is going to be called Seats Taken. And so it's been an idea of kind of dealing with things we're having to work through, and asking ourselves, is this seat a good fit for me? And also, a conversation that was sort of last week is, can we pick up more seats? Do we have more to give?
That's true.
And another thing to do is just to occupy your seat without apology.
Yeah, absolutely. And here at Bridge City, our why is that people matter. So this is not a place for forced certainty. You don't have to agree with everything to belong in the conversation. So it's not a place for pretending certainty. It's a place for honest thinking, our shared responsibility, intentional connection, and some mature reflection. And visitors, you're always welcome here. No pressure. People belong in the room while still thinking through the conversation.
Yes. And if you are a first-time guest, please we want to very much welcome you, and also let you know that there are ways to participate in the conversation. You may be a first-timer, but you can comment if you're watching live. We also have a coffee hour where we get a chance to discuss the conversation that happens after the conversation's over.
Yeah, coffee hour is a great way to connect. And don't forget, you have, for our first-time guests, we have, and actually for all of our, whether you're our first time or returning, I suggest you check out the free gift. We've been doing some customizing of these gifts to have some collateral that matches up with the conversation. So it's useful, even if you're not first time here. Check it out, and you might find something useful there. One of the things that is included is a little reflection journal that you can use as a way to kind of reflect on today's conversation.
Yeah, that's great, and you should take a lot of credit for really going through the notes of the conversation and adding to that member gift, which is available to new folks, but is also to even current members. We thank our current members for being part of the community, because again, this is not something that happens magically. It requires everyone kind of participating. So passive attendance is not good enough. We need participation.
Absolutely. And actually, wherever you're joining from, if you want to drop that in the chat, that would be really, really cool, just to see, where you are coming from, and also to see if there's anybody nearby you. While you check that out, well, let's thank you, Ashley. So let's take a look at the series. So this series is called Sit in It. It's our August series. It's a redemptive journey out of emotional avoidance and returning back to active participation in our own lives. Often we escape what we feel because avoidance works in the short term. Always, it's something that people often return to. It offers that instant relief. But when retreat becomes our routine, it quietly builds this fence around us. And we go into like survival modes, go to survival strategies, to restrictions that shrink our world. So in this series, we're learning how to stop running from our internal experiences so we can reclaim our agency, rebuild our emotional range, and step back onto that path of our own potential.
Sorry, Mark. I dropped out there for a second. I was trying to figure out how I can monitor the comments, and I wound up getting myself out of the studio. But I'm back.
Well, I'm glad you're back. I just did the little introduction. If you want to go through the why this conversation matters.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of curious about if anybody wants to drop in, not only where you're from, but also, have you had to choose to not occupy a seat because it was uncomfortable? And maybe it wasn't the right fit for you. You give an example of that. And have you taken a seat only to figure out kind of down the road that it wasn't the right one? Things to think about, to ponder as we get into the conversation.
Absolutely, absolutely. So in today's program, Seats Taken, our goal is to transition from simply trusting our capacity to hold several seats, like we were talking about last week, to mastering that art of discernment, learning how to discern which seats actually fit us. And once you find them, how to stop apologizing for occupying them. If we ended the series last weekend, someone could walk away believing emotional growth means learning how to sit everywhere. But today we want to look honestly at the truth that every open chair is not our chair. Every room does not deserve our presence. And every rejection is not a referendum on our self-worth. We're moving past that exhausting fear of standing in the aisle, waiting for permission and reclaiming our emotional agency to choose where we belong. This means learning how to respect that rejection so we don't let someone else's no become that loud voice in our lives. It means finding the strength to refuse that wrong fit because availability is not that alignment, and some seats cost far too much to occupy. When we finally recognize the right seat, we must reject that imposter syndrome and take that and occupy it. We want to stop sitting on the edge of our own lives, stop over-explaining, and stop acting like we stole the space we built. So today is about stopping the negotiation with our self-worth and letting go of the need to prove our presence to the seats that weren't ours, and unapologetically stepping into who we are capable of becoming.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that, because how hard is it to deal with rejection and somehow question your own self-worth when in many cases you may have just it wasn't the right fit for you. It doesn't necessarily reflect a shortcoming in your own character. So worthwhile things to think about. And again, like I said, these are the topics we'll be covering in the conversation today.
Yeah, so with that, I want to thank everyone for showing up today, coming in, stepping into the room honestly, and keep those chat comments coming in as we see you. And as we're on this road together, and before we dive into today's conversation with Dante, let's take a few minutes to talk about what's coming up around the neighborhood. And it's time for some Bridge City news.
All right, Bridge City news, yes. So again, welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream today. This is Bridge City, and again, my name is Bob Swanson. Our conversations this whole month have been all about sit in it.
Yes, and I'm Mark Russell. I'm the interim director of operations here. So just wanted to, again, welcome you all. And this community is better because you're here.
And not only have you found the stream, but you should check out our global campus. We're still under construction, but it's on the Circle platform. And there's a lot of stuff available there for you. And we're adding to it all the time. That includes the lobby. In the lobby, there's the Welcome Center, the Event Center, the Business Center, and other campus areas.
Yeah, so when you get a chance, you see the QR code on the screen. Take a chance to visit the global campus. explore around, take a look at what there is to offer. And we have some small group conversations that come up. People are creating their own small groups. If you wanted to talk on a particular topic, that's also something that you can do here. So please join us, take a look, explore, and find something that is comfortable for you. With that, I'd like to suggest that we also have watch parties. A watch party is a small local group that would get together to watch the stream, either live or offline later. Just time to share things, share the stream, but also to have live conversations together with people who are nearby. And that's we want to emphasize getting connected with people in your local area.
Right, yeah, it's a good in real life opportunity. Have you had a chance to do a watch party? And you're in Florida.
Not really a watch party. We've had some gatherings, but
good.
yeah, not really a watch party yet.
Right.
But
Okay.
it's also kind of hard to have a watch party when I'm hosting.
True. Well, I'm hoping to get a watch party. I work on a college campus, and hoping once now that the semester's getting into full swing to perhaps get some interested students together and get a chance to either watch live or perhaps watch a recorded version of the conversation, because it's really kind of cool to get a chance to not only watch it together, but also then immediately get a chance to discuss it. So kind of have your own in real life coffee hour.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And actually, that's when you mentioned the campus. That's the idea. Eventually, is to have Bridge City campuses of sorts,
Right.
to bring people together in a more cohesive way.
Another way of getting together is movie night. We do movie nights once a month, the first Sunday of every month, and next Sunday, or the first Sunday in September, I should say, which is Labor Day weekend, we'll be screening the movie Leaving My Father's Faith, which is a documentary about a father and son duo, a guy named Tony Campolo, who is a pretty well-known national evangelist, religious speaker, author, and his son Bart. And that Bart left Christianity, left decades of his own ministry, and it details their relationship and what that apparent big split, what that did to their relationships. It's a really beautiful documentary. I'm looking forward to it.
So this is an actual. I mean, it's saying starring Tony Campolo Jr.
Right.
and Mark. So this is.
It's a documentary. You get to see them talking to each other. It's really great.
Right,
it's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Neat. Yeah, it sounds really cool. I have not seen this. We were going to just ask to the chat if any of you have seen Leaving My Father's Faith. I know that Bob, you are the one who suggested this.
I've been lobbying for this one.
That's right.
It's a favorite of mine. So looking forward to it.
Nice.
And of course, the night spirit part of movie nights is not only do we watch the film, but also we get a chance to discuss it afterward.
Yes, yeah. It's always a great opportunity to have that conversation as well. So with that, let's move to the club spotlight, where we are spotlighting this month the Deconstruction Club and the Politics Club. Still, we've had several events with both Deconstruction and Politics Club this month. And I suggest you kind of check them out and look at some of the replays if you can. This week we have a lot of events coming up that nothing that is directly in the deconstruction or politics space specifically, but just want to remind you that first of all, we have coffee hour directly after Sunday session today. I encourage you to join. You have to join the campus, correct, in order to join coffee hours. I believe that's correct. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on that one.
I think that's right. So Yeah, we have coffee hour directly after. It happens in our circle space. Um, Today at 5:30, John Parks is going to be presenting a small talk called "The Floor" from his Voice of Solace series. This is a series that John has created and is looking to bring to the community to have some conversation. On Tuesday night, Anna will be hosting from the Memes and Media Club video night, and we're going to be watching Hot Fuzz, which sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
Oh, I think it's a British. It's a comedy. It's
Okay.
like a hot. It's supposed to be really, really fun. Yeah, Party Wolf Media. That yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I definitely want to join that. On Wednesday, Ashley is going to be hosting a wellness check-in at 4 p.m. Eastern. This is always a nice time to just like decompress for a few moments during the day, and just also see a few familiar faces. Also on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is the new member house party. So new members, if you're new to Bridge City, please join us for this meetup to see new people, meet new faces, and just join and the conversation. It's a great time to just like introduce yourself and so we can introduce ourselves to you as well. Then on Friday, there's so much going on this week. On Friday, there is the Story of the House of Bridgerton role-playing game night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday, we have another small talk. Small talk trigger warning. It's a trigger warning. So this is that's Deconstruction Club, yes? Trigger warning? Is that?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So this Might Makes Right Part 2 on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So just lots and lots of things.
Yeah, you're not kidding. We talk about participation. There's plenty of things to participate in coming up this week.
Welcome everyone again to welcome new members in particular. We actually had we have a whole bunch of new members that joined in August. The last number so far has been 30 members this month. That's amazing, isn't it, Bob?
Great, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so if you are a new member, we do have a new member area in the on Circle. There's an onboarding process that helps to get you oriented to the platform and to the community. Please do introduce yourself. Not only if you're watching live, you can drop a comment, but there's a way of introducing yourself. Just posting to our platform, explore the campus. And most times, new members certainly, you'll get responses. People will say, they'll welcome you. So that's a good way of starting to make connections. And if you're brave and if you kind of enjoy the experience when you're as a new person, feel free to share it. Invite a friend. We want to shout out one of our hosts will be doing the outro is Julian, and those who have been watching, Julian's been increasingly active in Bridge City, and he's been on camera here. And he went to the extent of inviting a friend. Turns out that his friend is a cousin. He didn't know they were cousins. So if Julian's cousin is tuning in today, welcome to Bridge City. Want you to explore the teams page. We are going to have a stage host casting call, it looks like, after coffee hour today. So if you're interested in getting more and more involved, like I said, Julian is now a host. He went through a casting call process. And so encourage you to, if you're interested in doing that sort of thing, that's available to you. We have a monthly music club event coming up this Tuesday. Or it's Tuesday the 4th. That's not this Tuesday, is it? I'm losing track of it's whenever it is. It's coming up soon. where we get a chance to do some songwriting, and that's a cool thing. The members are generating content for Bridge City, which is really great. That's kind of the work of the community. It gives you the chance to be the bridge so people can see the vision.
Absolutely. And volunteering, I mean, we've seen a lot of people who want to get involved, and there's all kinds of opportunities to get involved and to help out in the community, whether it is just greeting new people to the community, just participating in the different clubs is really useful. But also, there are things, just reach out. We definitely have ways that people can help no matter what your skills are. It's not just making the community look good. This is about having so that we can actually do good. Actually, and Bob, do you want to mention about the selfless selfies thing?
Sure. Yeah, that's one thing. There's a couple of pictures of me in the very beginning of our intro here. There were selfies that I've taken. We do this thing called selfless selfies, and we are actually the theme this month is back to school. So if you happen to donate some goods to a back to school drive, snap a photo and post it to the platform as a way of encouraging others to do the same, but also to realize that again we are people centric, and what's more important than providing learning materials to young people. So it's just a great way to improve your own community and also help to improve our community. And as far as other ways of volunteering, you mentioned there's plenty of opportunities. Today we're going to be talking about discernment, and it's a good thing to ask yourself is, if I want to get more involved in this community, what are my strengths? Do I like to do, what do I like to do, and how can I use my talents and my skills to help out the community? Are you a behind the scenes person? Are you a people person, a creative, an organizer, a support person? We need all those folks. So you find the right seat for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So with that, let's move on. I wanted to mention about Giving Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday of every month is our Giving Tuesday at Bridge City. This past Giving Tuesday was really, really successful. Very thankful for everybody who chose to give. At Bridge City, we practice what we're calling rational generosity. This is intentional giving that's grounded and honest. No guilt or manipulation. It's value-driven support, being invitation to support something you believe should exist. This is about intentionality over obligation. It's completely voluntary. It's an intentional generosity, not a duty or traditional expectation. And it has practical impact. Our contributions are directly tied to keeping the community accessible, sustainable, and scalable so they can seed real-world connections like watch parties, local meetups, and community clubs.
Yeah, this is a no pressure sort of thing. It's as we say, it's intentional, voluntary generosity. But certainly, if this kind of a community is important to you, recognize the fact that it does require some material resources, and if you can be part of that, more power to you. So, just as a way of recapping and as a reminder, if you are new here, and even if you're an existing member who's not really tapped into all the resources we have, hey, visit the global campus. If you want to experience the chance of sharing this with other people in real life, hey, try to organize a watch party. We got movie night coming up, as Mark mentioned, a whole list of things happening in the clubs. So plenty of ways to get involved. And of course, you can always get involved by giving, and Giving Tuesday is the second Tuesday of every month.
Don't forget to invite people to join the stream and to share the stream. If you and please make point of hitting that like button, and if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. And with that, let's have a seat and join Durante for sitting at seats taken.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for this morning. Man, welcome in everybody to another beautiful Sunday afternoon. So glad to have you all here with us today, man. I'm so excited for the series that we've been in. I'm so excited for the conversations that we've been having. And I hope you are too. Like we're building such an incredible community here, and this is just absolutely amazing. So listen, first and foremost, they've already mentioned it in the opening. If this is, well, it used to be if this is your first time here, right? Like I've got to update this stuff. But like if you're a guest here and you want some additional material to help you really process these conversations, visit that link on the screen, man. Go ahead and go there right now. We have some beautiful guides, thanks to our head of operations, where you can, we have a facilitation guide and a study journal. So you can take this with you. And so that's our way of saying thank you for being here. And as Bob reiterated this morning, man, we're people centric. And so we're not here just to put together a show. We want to give you some things that help you grow, that help you learn, and that help you build and become the best version of yourself, whatever that means to you. And I see y'all have already got started in the chat, but as usual, let us know where you're watching from. You never know, you might be watching with your neighbor. And of course, I gotta ask, did you invite somebody this weekend? Our community has been growing like crazy, man. Like Pop Rocks. Is that a thing? Can I say that? Can I say growing like Pop Rocks? I don't know if it's a thing, but it's going to be one today. Okay. So our community has been growing like Pop Rocks. And so please, if you, to help continue that growth, make sure that you invite somebody, especially for next weekend. Next weekend is going to be absolutely amazing. Every fifth Sunday, we try to do something a little different. I'm officially kind of branding Fifth Sundays as Front Porch Weekend because we're basically going to be sitting on the front porch having conversations. I mean, the virtual front porch. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I do have a quick announcement. I haven't been able to talk about this. I just put up a post about it recently. We did a video on it maybe a year and a half ago, but I was able to participate in a documentary about 2 years ago, and that documentary just got accepted at the United Nations Film Festival. And so the name of that documentary is Heathens. And so I'll be flying out to California soon for a private screening of that documentary before it hits the film festival. But as more information comes out, I will definitely be sharing it with you. But this is not just a win for me. This is major exposure for Bridge City. I did spend some time talking about Bridge City, and this was in the early days. I spent some time talking about Bridge City in that documentary. So we gonna see if we made the cut. And as soon as we have the approval, which of course will be after the official screening, we're going to do our best to set up a screening for Bridge City as well. So I'm super excited. Oh man, I'm excited. I got to meet some great friends with this documentary. And just to kind of give you a little feedback on what it is, it's 5 of us who have left religion and are navigating our lives after religion and in a kind of post-religious way, and sharing our stories, what we've lost, what we've learned, and how we're living now. So if that interests you, please make sure you stay tuned for more information. All right. So I got a little pivot right here, and just give me a little moment as I kind of set myself straight here. But watch this. There's this song that I used to love, and it goes a little something like this. Georgia. Anybody know this song? The whole day through, da-da, just a old sweet song. Georgia on my mind. Now, some of y'all looking like, why is he singing Ray Charles this morning? Uh-oh.
I was just gonna say that Ray Charles.
That's Ray Charles. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know some of y'all looking like, why is he singing Ray Charles this morning? Well, because in our last meeting, we've been talking about this for a while, but Georgia is literally on our mind. So right now, we're planning on doing a Bridge City preview in Atlanta, Georgia. But here's the thing, in order to make this happen, we're going to need your help, and not just a little bit. We're going to need a lot of help. We need people to help planning. We need people to help organizing. We need people to help marketing. Like if we come into Atlanta, we got to come right now. So if you're interested in Bridge City coming to Atlanta, listen, whether you live there or not, if you just want to see Bridge City do things, man, please let us know on the global campus. Shout yourself out on the in our commons area on the global campus, which we might be changing to the quad. And if you haven't introduced yourself yet, that'll be a great time to do it. Go ahead and introduce yourself in the new members introduction area, and just add to your introduction that, hey, I heard that bald-headed big glasses fella talking about y'all was possibly coming to Atlanta or going to Atlanta, and I want to help make it happen. If that's you, let us know so that we can get connected. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's kind of open up for today. We are officially in week 4 of our August Sunday session series that we've thematically titled Sit in It. And I got to be honest, this has been an incredible ride. When we first started putting these notes together, I had no idea that this would resonate, as with all the series, if I'm just being honest. Like, you know, the beautiful thing about no longer being tied to supernaturalism is I ain't got to pretend like a little voice spoke to me and said this was just for you. Nah, it don't even work like that. I'd be sitting down and thinking, like really thinking, putting some work into this, like, hey, what's a creative way that we can share with people some content that would help them grow in ways that mean something to them. And so Sit in It, man, has been absolutely amazing. But listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Check out one of the after show comments from last weekend. Somebody posted, and it's on there, it's still on there. It's one of the comments. They said, one of these days I'll join you folks live, but I sure love listening. I sure love listening. I can't even get to the banners. There it is. There it is. One of these days, I'll join you folks live, but I sure love listening to the Sunday sessions while I work. Now, isn't that amazing? Like, people at work right now listening and checking in. So listen, for those of you who are listening to this later, we see you and we appreciate you. And he says, this series has been amazing and hard hitting. And I got to be honest with you, I cannot help but to agree. I love those two words together, amazing and hard hitting, primarily because that's exactly what we aim to provide in these sessions. Like, real talk. While doctrinal communities are often tied to a theological obligation to please the deity of their choice, as a forward-thinking, people-centric, life-affirming community, we have the honor of building out these sessions with the wellness of people in mind, instead of an obedience to doctrine or tradition. So every weekend, watch this, we have the privilege of building experiences that people love. And it's not something that I take lightly. When I lay down at night, man, I dream about it. I think about it. I toss and turn about it. Because these sessions are not designed to tell you what to think. Instead, they're crafted to provide space that gives you permission to think on your own terms and to grow at your own pace while learning more about yourself, others, and the world around you. And I think this series, if I may say so myself, has been an excellent example of the culture and community that we're building at Bridge City. I mean, think about it. We've not only dealt with fear, but we've also wrestled with accountability, avoidance, and even the audacity of occupying several seats at one time. I mean, last weekend, we appealed to the movies of the 90s and used Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor. Yeah, we did it. If you don't believe me, go back and check it out yourself. We did it. We used the movie Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor to encourage our community to have several seats, where the big point was to get comfortable with the possibilities of our personal capacity. And now that we've hit that very important milestone, I think we're ready to add a sort of capstone to this series. And so let's go ahead without further ado and jump straight into week 4. Okay. So let's jump straight into week 4. Last weekend, I told you that the 90s gave us some of the greatest movies ever made. And I meant every word of it. Okay. Argue with your mama now. Argue with your mama. I'm saying what I said. I'm standing on it. You sitting in it, and I'm standing on it. The 90s gave us some of the greatest movies ever made. Now, and to be fair, I was born in the late 80s, so it's only natural that the 90s would be incredibly influential for me as it represents my introduction into the world of both television and the big screen in a way that my young mind could begin to comprehend. So for this weekend, I want to go back to another to another one of those magical movies of the 90s, one of those magical 90s classics. You probably remember this one. It was called Forrest Gump. Y'all remember Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump says, "Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get." You know, that thing is stuck with me so hard that I've adapted that in my own way. I've kind of adjusted a little bit. I tell people life is like a box of chocolate. Sometimes you get the ones with the coconut in the middle. Do with that what thou wilt. Like that's the real thing. Like you just life is indeed like a box of chocolate. I mean, man, look, whoever made that movie, I don't know who the director was. I don't know who the writer was. All I know is that Tom Hanks was in it. All right. But what I know is shame on them for naming this main character after a racist guy and having this little black kid fall in love with him. Because man, I fell in love with Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run. Y'all, come on now. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far. See, y'all ain't watched the movie. Yeah, I'm not a smart man. But I see, okay, now we got some people out here now. Forrest Gump, for those of you who don't know, follows a kind-hearted Alabama man with a low IQ whose life unexpectedly intersects with some of the biggest cultural and historical moments in the 20th century America. Forrest becomes a college football star, serves in Vietnam, builds a successful shrimping business, and repeatedly finds himself in places he never imagined he would be. Okay, this is just a little bit of my neuro spicy peeking in. But you know, one of my favorite lines from Forrest Gump is when he's talking to Lieutenant Dan. And he said, "You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan." Like, that's just good writing. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but damn, that's funny. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. You know, okay. Maybe that's just an Alabama thing. I don't know. Okay, so through all of it, the emotional center of the story is his relationships, okay? Especially with Jenny, his childhood friend and lifelong love, and Bubba, his friend from the army. Forrest's life keeps changing, but he remains remarkably consistent. Loyal, sincere, determined, and willing to keep moving forward even when he doesn't fully understand what's happening around him. Now, there are two scenes in that movie that are almost identical. The first happens when Forrest is a child riding the school bus for the first time, okay? He gets on the bus. Somebody already know where I'm going with this. He gets on the bus, starts walking down the aisle looking for somewhere to sit, and immediately begins hearing the same thing. Seats taken. So ain't that life for a lot of people? You get on the bus, you're looking for somewhere to sit. You come into life, you're looking for somewhere to sit. You get the new job, you're looking for somewhere to sit. You start the new school, you're looking for somewhere to sit. Look, you don't wrote your book and put it out there. You're just looking for somewhere to sit, but all you keep hearing is what? Seats taken. And he tries another one, it's taken. Another kid makes it even clearer by emphatically inserting, "You can't sit here." Forrest is standing in the aisle surrounded by open space, but nobody is willing to make room for him until he hears Jenny. "You can sit here if you want." And that one invitation changes his life. Forrest sits beside Jenny, and what begins with somebody simply making room becomes one of the defining relationships of his story. But what makes this interesting is that the movie does it again. Years later, Forrest is grown, he's finished college, he's joined the army, and he finds himself on another bus. Different, different season, different Forrest, but it's the exact same experience. He starts down the aisle and hears, "This seat's taken." He moves again, taken. And for a moment, grown Forrest looks almost exactly like little Forrest did all those years earlier, standing in the aisle trying to figure out where he belongs. And then another voice interrupts the rejection. Bubba moves his things and tells him, you can sit down if you want to. And again, one available seat introduces Forrest to somebody who will fundamentally change the direction of his life. Come on, bridge builders, let's travel down memory lane together and revisit this moment in the movie for a minute. Let's go.
Are you coming along?
Mama said not to be taking rides from strangers.
This is the bus to school.
I'm Forrest Gump.
I'm Dorothy Harris.
Well, now we ain't strangers anymore. Slate's taken. Taken. Can't sit here.
Don't you sit who you are, pussball? You're not even low-life scum sucking maggot. Get your faggoty ass on the bus. You're in the army now. Seat's taken.
Take.
At first, it seemed like I made a mistake, seeing how it was only my induction day and I was already getting yelled at.
Sit down if you want to.
Now, look, thank you, Hollywood, for not killing my stream. But I love the symmetry of those scenes because Forrest experiences the same words at two completely different stages of his life. The first time, Jenny is on the other side of him, and the second time, Bubba is. And in both cases, the people who told Forrest where he couldn't sit, were nowhere near as important to his story as the people who showed him where he could. And I wish we had maybe 15 people in Bridge City this weekend who, just like Forrest, your story does not revolve around the people who did not make room, but the people who did. Come on now. We're too busy building bridges to better to be breaking down over bitter folk who couldn't see the bigger picture. That was too damn good. I got to run it back one more time. Jalapeno, habanero. Hell yeah. We're too busy building bridges to better to be breaking down over bitter folk who couldn't see the bigger picture. Check it out. Just because it's on the screen, I'm going to run it back one more time. Let me just say it one more again. One more again. Just one more again. We are too busy building bridges to better to be breaking down over bitter folk who couldn't see the bigger picture. And that's where I want to spend our final teaching conversation of this series, because eventually all of us are going to encounter some version of seats taken. Live long enough and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So this weekend, we've named the conversation. You already know it. Seats taken. Yeah. See, can't sit here. Seats taken. If you would, just go ahead and tag somebody. Don't be bougie. Don't be bougie. Just tag somebody. If you was at a concert, you wouldn't think twice about it. Just go ahead and tag somebody, text somebody, tip somebody over if you have to, and just say seats taken. That's where we're going this weekend. Okay, seats taken. Yeah, and I promise you, this one is going to zig when you're expecting it to zag. I promise you that. So week one asked, can I trust the seat? All right. And if you have not watched every session in this series, I'm going to encourage you to do so. Okay. Not from a place of authority, but from a place of advice. If you're looking for something that's going to help your life, please go back and check every single one of that's in this series. Because week one asked, can I trust the seat? I shared a story about me because y'all know I used to be a big fella, weighed over 580 pounds. And so every seat I look at, even to this day, I'm no longer that big, but even to this day, I still look at seats with a side eye because I need to know, can you hold what I'm carrying? I don't look like it, but I still got big back energy. I need to know you can handle all of this when I sit down. But week 2 asked, can I remain present enough? Can I remain present instead of automatically escaping the seat? Yeah, we dealt with avoidability. What am I running from? You know, we dealt a little bit with Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. I don't want it. We talked about joy in the movie that I can't even remember the name of the movie now, but y'all know the movie. We talked about Joy, who kept trying to get sadness away from touching the little girl, and it's like, no, sometimes you got to confront your sadness. You can't run from it all the time. You got to learn how to, here it is, sit in it. Okay, if I had a meme, we'd have that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio pointing up. He said it. Yes, sit in it. Okay, and then week 3, here we go. Week 3, Inside Out. Thank you, Peyton. Come on now. Week 3 asked, can I trust my capacity enough to occupy several seats? Because we talked about how Eddie Murphy came to the table in Nutty Professor and said, you know what, I'm just going to play all the characters. So many times we spend so much of our lives begging for one seat at the table. And I just wanted to challenge you. Maybe you're built for more than just one seat. But this weekend we're asking, can I discern which seats actually fit me? And once I find them, can I stop apologizing for occupying them? We're going deep this weekend. Because if we ended this series last weekend, somebody could walk away believing growth means learning how to sit everywhere. And let me be very clear, it doesn't. Every open chair is not your chair. Every room does not deserve your presence. Every opportunity is not aligned with your values. Every relationship is not entitled to your investment. And every rejection is not evidence that something is wrong with you. And I feel like I need to say that one again. Maybe it's just because I've been a preacher for so long in my life, but I felt like that one right there was for somebody. Every rejection is not evidence that something is wrong with you. Come on, there you go. Yeah, every rejection is not evidence that something is wrong with you. Sometimes you got to learn how to talk to people and say, hey, yeah, that's a personal problem. That's your thing. You know, people say it's me, it's not you. No. It's you. It's not me. Sometimes emotional maturity looks like staying when your instinct is to run, okay? But sometimes emotional maturity looks like recognizing this is not even where I'm supposed to sit. And that's called discernment, okay? It's learning the difference between a seat that you are afraid to occupy and a seat that you were never meant to fight for. The difference between discomfort that stretches you and an environment that diminishes you. That's the difference between being challenged to grow and being required to disappear. So this finale weekend, if you will, is not about becoming comfortable everywhere. It's about becoming secure enough in yourself that every chair does not have to become a referendum on your worth. Hear me clearly. Some seats will welcome you. Some seats will fit you. Some seats will you will choose to walk past, and some seats are simply going to tell you seats taken. The question is whether you can hear that without allowing rejection to rewrite the story that you tell about yourself. I wish I had a chat in here this weekend, which brings us to our first move. Here we go. I want to encourage all of us to learn how to respect the rejection. Y'all didn't see that coming, did you? No, you didn't. No, don't. Stop lying. Stop lying. You didn't see that coming. Respect the rejection. That one's hard to hear, isn't it? Because like, why am I respecting the rejection? Don't worry, I'm gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. Yeah, the first move of this weekend, we're gonna learn how to respect. Come on now. Yeah, it's tough, ain't it? The rejection. Let's go there. I need somebody to hear me clearly this weekend. I don't want to sit anywhere I'm not wanted. Nope. I don't want to sit. Come on now. I don't want to sit anywhere that I'm not wanted. No, I'm learning how to respect the rejection. Now, listen, this is not me pretending that rejection doesn't hurt. It's me refusing to turn somebody else's lack of interest, lack of vision, lack of reciprocity, or lack of room into a lifelong referendum on my value. Shake the dust. Come on now and keep it moving. Young Forrest gets on that bus and hears it over and over again. Seats taken. And if you're not careful, enough of those moments will make you start asking the wrong question. What's wrong with me? Why does nobody want to sit next to me? Why is nobody willing to make room for me? I just showed up as myself. I didn't even do anything wrong. I ain't even messing with nobody. I ain't bothering nobody. All I did was show up on the bus, and nobody wants to make room for me. If you go through that enough times, that will become a referendum on yourself, and you will spend your whole life asking the wrong question, what's wrong with me? But rejection doesn't automatically answer the question. Rejection only tells you that the seat is unavailable, that the room made a different choice. It tells you that a certain person doesn't see the fit. Now listen, that may hurt, but hurt and humiliation are not the same thing. Come on now, I need to talk to somebody in here. I may be hurt, but I ain't humiliated. No. You may have hurt my feelings, but you ain't humiliated nobody. Come on now. A closed door and a broken identity are not the same thing. You may have shut the door in my face, but baby, you ain't broke a damn thing around here. I wish I had a chat this weekend. It may have hurt, but it may have hurt, but it was not humiliating. A closed door and a broken identity are not the same thing. And I think some of us have spent entirely too much time trying to make unavailable seats reconsider us. Going back and over explaining, trying now to overperform, doing your best to try harder, trying to become more agreeable. Now you're auditioning for people who've already made their decision. No, I need you to learn how to respect the rejection. No, come on now. No, let's respect the rejection, because at some point, maturity has to be able to say, okay, you said no, I heard you, I believe you, and guess what? I'm going to keep on moving, right? Because I respect the rejection enough not to spend the next 5 years begging an unavailable seat to validate me. This is where some of us lose way too much time. We're not grieving the opportunity anymore. We're trying to reverse the verdict. We're trying to get the person who did not choose us to eventually admit that they should have. Hear me closely. Lean in with your good eyes and listen. Forget them. Yeah, no, I said it. Forget them. Okay, y'all better talk to me. Listen, you've done all the forgiving that you can do. Look, your forgiving is, look, you are probably deficit because you've given out so much forgiving. You now need to learn how to give out some forgettings. Okay, I've forgiven you, but now I've got to forget you. We're trying to turn rejection into a courtroom and our life into Exhibit A. Look at me now. Look at what I've built. Look what I've become. Look what you missed out on. And while that may feel satisfying, it still means that the rejection is setting the agenda. They still have the chair and they still have your attention. They're still determining where you point your energy. But respecting the rejection means that I can acknowledge that the answer was no without making the no the loudest voice in my life. Okay, you said no, but that was yesterday, and yesterday is over and done with. Listen, forget that. Come on now. Somebody, stop turning somebody else's no, into a negotiation with your self-worth, because rejection from the wrong seat should never prevent me from fully occupying the right one. And while we're here, let me push this one step further. The problem may not be that the seat rejected you. Sometimes the seat is available and you need to be the one with enough discernment to reject it. Sometimes they're asking you to come on in and take a seat, and you need to be the one with the maturity that says, I don't think that one is for me, which brings us to point 2 of this weekend. And I know I'm moving fast. It's been a busy weekend for me, so I got a lot in me. Point 2 of this weekend is, watch this, not only are we respecting the rejection, but we're also, listen, refuse the wrong fit. Refuse. Did you know you have the right to refuse? Yeah, man. Yeah, you listen, let me arrest your attention this morning. You have the right to refuse the wrong fit. This is different from rejection, because there are times when nobody is telling you seats taken. That's true. The seat could be wide open. They want you there. They made the invitation. They chose you. They may even be offended that you're not sitting down, and you still need enough agency to say that seat is not for me. Availability is not synonymous with alignment. Just because something is available doesn't mean it belongs in the life that you're trying to build. My son, he's in college right now. It's his first year. Super duper proud of him. And he went to an event this weekend, and he was at the event for a while, and he started voice messaging me. And it was a huge event. All of the kids on the college campus is there. Sexy Red is there. Soldier Boy is there. And he's looking around, and he's like, you know what? This is fun. And everybody was trying to get me here. Everywhere that I've turned, everybody's like, yeah, this is the place to be. Everybody's going to be here. Anybody who's anybody, this is the place where they want to be. And he's there, and he realizes why he's there. You know what? I don't think this is my seat. I don't think this is my scene. I don't even think in this season of my life, this is where I want to situate myself. I like alliteration and consonants. Forgive you, boy. He says, you know what? I think I need to get up out of here. I wish I was talking to somebody in this chat this weekend, y'all. Just because somebody wants you doesn't mean that they're good for you. Just because something is available doesn't mean it belongs in the life that you're trying to build. Just because the opportunity looks impressive doesn't mean that accepting it moves you in the right direction. And listen, I can talk about this from experience. I've created quite a bit of discomfort around me by learning this lesson. There are seats people have expected me to occupy because they were comfortable with me there. Positions that fit the version of me that they had already decided that I was supposed to be. And my answer has increasingly been, I get that that's your thing, but that's not me. Come here, Arya Stark. If y'all didn't know, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Come here, Arya. One of the most important realizations that Arya has is that somebody else can describe a perfectly respectable life for her, and she can still recognize, that's not me. No, I'm not saying I wouldn't be good in it. I'm not saying I wouldn't be fine and all that. I'm not saying I wouldn't be the best thing since sliced bread. But listen, I don't care how you see me in it. That's not me, okay? Listen, not beneath her, just not aligned with who she is. And many of us, come on now, need permission to make that distinction without demonizing the chair. Everything you refuse doesn't have to be bad. Can you hear me now? Everything you refuse doesn't have to be bad. Sometimes it's simply wrong for you. And in this season, I want you to get really comfortable holding other people accountable to accepting your no. Yeah. I'm not saying no because something's wrong. I'm saying no because it doesn't fit. This is where discernment matters, because if your only question is will they let me sit here, you could end up celebrating access to a seat that cost you way too much to occupy. I'm not sitting anywhere that requires me to become the punching bag for somebody else's previous disappointments. No, I'm not sitting somewhere where I got to be the punching bag for your previous disappointments. No, I can't do that. Your pain may be valid. Your history may explain why you respond the way that you do. Who am I talking to this weekend? I didn't create the wound, and so I do not inherit the responsibility of becoming your knight in shining armor and correcting everything somebody else did to you. I wish I was talking to somebody in this chat. I can have compassion without volunteering for punishment. Come on now, set yourself free. Set yourself free. I can understand your history without allowing your history to become my sentence. And I'm not sitting in spaces where belonging requires me to adopt somebody else's bitterness. I can't do that with you. I'm doing too much better to ever be bitter. Can I say that one more time? I'm doing too much better to ever be bitter. Your enemy is not going to automatically become my enemy. Your resentment is not going to become my responsibility, and your consternation does not have to become my conviction. I'm allowed to meet people for myself. I'm allowed to evaluate situations for myself. I'm allowed to decide what fits the values and life I am actually building. We call that agency. Is this good, y'all? Is this good? If it's good, will you just throw a jalapeno or a habanero in the chat? And maybe that's a little too bougie for you. Just go ahead and throw a hell yeah out there. Oh yeah, that's our Bridge City 316. Can I get a hell yeah? Come on now. Sometimes growth looks like finally getting invited into rooms you once wanted access to. And sometimes growth looks like reaching the door, looking inside, and realizing I don't want that no more. I thought I wanted that. Dang, it looked really good from way over there. But the closer I have gotten and the more that I have grown, come on now, I don't think I want that. That's why I'm not a Christian pastor to this day, because the closer I got and the more that I grown, man, listen to me. I loved my mentors. I had some incredible mentors, people that I still call by name, people that I still peek in on from a peripheral just to kind of watch how they're growing and moving and progressing and being productive and all of that stuff. I love them. But once I peeped in, I said, man, now that I have a better look, listen, I know this works for you, but I don't think I want this anymore. Listen to me. It's okay to change enough along the journey to recognize that the destination no longer fits. And that's really something that's worth writing down. Availability is not alignment. An open seat only tells you that you can sit here, not necessarily that you should. That's good. Yeah, write that down. Write it down. Write it on your palm. If you ain't got a Palm Pilot, just write it on your palm. If you're sitting close to somebody, write it on your neighbor's forehead. Whatever, go put it on the refrigerator. If you got your phone, send a message to yourself. But no, an open seat only tells you that you can sit there, not necessarily that you should. And that's a major, major agency lesson that this series needs. Listen, if you're not checking out the stuff that we be doing on the campus through the week, I'm telling you, you're missing out on some stuff, because we had a Nuts and Bolts Deconstruction Club meeting this week, and we didn't record that one because we wanted to make sure that people had an open space to just kind of be themselves and share their story. It's kind of whatever happens in Deconstruction Club stays in Deconstruction Club, and we got a moment because we have an incredibly diverse community, and we ended up talking about sex, sexuality, and all of these wonderful things, and we found out that Nuts and Bolts is apparently a double entendre. There's more than one way to look at nuts and bolts, okay? You know what I'm saying? Y'all better talk. Come on now. It's like the twig and the berries. No, y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but the big point is, nuts and bolts, they fit together is what I'm trying to say. And you gotta learn how to refuse the wrong fit. That's what we're talking about. Get your mind out the gutter. Come on now. Maybe it's a good gutter. I like to get a little gutter sometimes. You know, I got a little gutter sniping me at times. Okay, let's get back. Because listen, I don't want us becoming so desperate to belong somewhere that we lose the ability to choose where we belong. Just because the seat is open doesn't mean you have to sit in it. But if maturity requires knowing which seats to refuse, and I told y'all I'm moving fast this weekend, it also requires enough awareness to recognize when you finally found the one that fits. And so here's the third point of the weekend. Ain't this so much better than church, y'all? Y'all better, come on now. Listen, you also got to learn how to recognize the right seat. Here we go. Yeah. You got to recognize, respect the rejection, refuse the wrong fit. But now I got to call you to some type of accountability. You also got to recognize the right seat. Maturity isn't just knowing what doesn't fit. It's also recognizing what does. Let's get back to Forrest real quick, because after hearing seats taken, you can't sit here over and over again, eventually he hears something different. Jenny looks at him, come on now, dead in his good eye. Jenny looks at him, come on now, and says, you can sit here if you want. That scene becomes more than just rejection. It becomes contrast. Everybody didn't have to make room for Forrest, but somebody did. Oh my goodness. I wish I had some folk who just had a little bit of excitement. No, everybody didn't have to make room for Forrest, but somebody did. I wish I had somebody out there who was excited, not just for that you're not upset about the people who did not make room. You're not upset about the people who said no, because you're too excited, too invested, too energized by the fact that somebody did. Everybody didn't recognize him, but somebody did. Everybody did not welcome him, but somebody did. Everybody did not see value in making space, but somebody did. Who is yo somebody? Maybe you're that somebody. In the words of Aaliyah, are you that somebody who is making space? Come on now. Too many times we spend so much emotional energy studying the people who rejected us that we completely overlook the people who actually made room. No, we remember every closed door, every unanswered message, every opportunity that's passed us by. You still lay awake at night. Why didn't they pick me? Why didn't they let me sit there? Why are they no longer in my life? Every person who made us feel unwanted. What's so wrong with me? Why didn't that work out the way that I wanted to? Meanwhile, there are people, places, and opportunities already saying, you can sit here. And I think that's what Bridge City is for so many people in a world where you are constantly hearing seats taken and there's no space for you and we don't accept people like you and you can't be here unless you're this. Bridge City is that place that says, hey, you can sit here if you won't. And the lesson is not just the common cliche, go where you celebrate it. Listen, that's true and that's good. That's cool in the game. You should absolutely invest more time in places where you are celebrated as opposed to places where you are only or barely tolerated. But I gotta be honest with you, it is so much deeper than that. You've got to learn how to recognize reciprocity when you encounter it. Learn how to recognize alignment. Learn how to recognize environments where what you bring is useful. Watch this. And what you need is available. Learn how to recognize a relationship where care is not constantly being negotiated. Come on now. Learn how to recognize a room where you do not have to amputate pieces of yourself just to remain inside it. Where is the Hammond when you need one? Because after enough rejection, acceptance can start feeling suspicious. Why you want me here? You become so accustomed to hearing seats taken that when somebody finally says, sit here, you start looking for the catch. Why you want me? Come on now. I'm sure many of you have struggled with that. No, why you want me? You want me to be the head of community? You want me to be the head of operations? Me? You want me to be the director of students and families? You gonna let me be the director of social arts? Why do you want me? Come on, now, y'all better talk to me in this chat. You become so accustomed to hearing seats taken that when somebody finally says, sit here, you start looking for the catch. You can become so prepared for hostility that hospitality feels like a setup. Am I preaching too hard this weekend? This is why discernment and maturity can not only be about detecting danger. If your discernment only tells you what's wrong, eventually everything will look wrong. You have to make sure that your skepticism doesn't devolve into cynicism. Mature discernment also has to recognize what is right, what fits, what is reciprocal, not just parasitic, what is healthy, not just what harms. This deserves my investment. This is actually, and this is just a little rabbit trail for a moment, this is actually how I determine whether I sit in a room or not. This is just me. I ain't saying you got to do this. This is my story and I'm sticking to it. I can only tell my story. I cannot tell yours. I can only tell mine. But if I'm sitting in a room and the focus is more so on what harms than what helps, I'm up out of there. No, that's your call and it ain't mine. Listen, that's your focus. It ain't mine. I've been black my whole life. I am already well accustomed to how much harm that exists in the world. I'm out here looking for something that helps. And so when I sit in a room, I don't want to sit in a room looking for more things to be mad at. Trust me, I got 99 problems and being mad ain't one. I can find plenty of things to be mad at. I need to be in a room where we're learning how to help. I need to be in a room where we're looking for not just what's harmful, but what is actually helpful, what's healthy. Yeah, what's healthy, not just what harms. That's what deserves my investment. You know, that's for me. That's somewhere I can contribute without disappearing. Oh, man. And that's why I love the language that Jenny uses. And I might lose my desanctified mind right here. I just might lose my mind. But Jenny and Bubba, big lip on out there. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it was a prosthetic or what, but that lip was way out there in that movie. But they said, you can sit here if you want. Oh man, come on now. If you want, not you better sit here. Not you owe me because I made room. No, not I decided for you that this is your seat. No, you can sit here, if you want. Okay, if you want. If you want, the bridge builders here are not building a place where you have to be. No, we're building a place where you want to be. Can I run that back one more time? Listen, bridge builders, I'm talking to y'all. Lorenzo told me I had to start calling you out. Lorenzo told me I had to start speaking in some we language, in some us language. Bridge City bridge builders, we're not building a place where you have to be. We're building a place where you want to be. Didn't I tell you our mission or our operas, what is it? Our modus operandi, if you will, is to build experiences that people love. We're trying to build a place where you want to be, and you should keep that in mind whenever you make the invitation. I ain't saying, come on now, I ain't saying you ain't got nowhere else to sit. I ain't saying that your life will fall apart if you don't come and sit here. Come on now. But what I am saying is if you're looking for a place to sit, that's how you make the invitation, y'all. I'm just trying to help you out a little bit. If you're looking for a place to sit, you can sit here if you want to. Come on now. Welcome to House Bridgerton, the place you can sit if you want. Now, if you don't want to sit, that's fine. It's not an invitation if you can't say no. Woo, damn, this is good. That's a callback to a very beautiful book. We just moved, so I haven't got all my books put out yet. But if I did, I'd call your attention to a book by an author by the name of Peter Block, and the name of the book is Community. Check it out. Community, Peter Block. It's not an invitation if people can't say no. No, you can sit here if you want. The invitation still leaves Forrest with agency, because the right seat doesn't merely tolerate you. Come on now, it gives you room to choose. Because belonging without agency is not belonging, it's possession. Belonging without agency is not belonging, it's possession. The right seat creates space for your presence without demanding ownership of you. And that's evidence, that's the evidence many of us have been waiting for. Not a perfect room, not a perfect relationship, not a perfect opportunity, but enough alignment, reciprocity, and freedom to recognize I can sit here without becoming less of myself. If you're in Bridge City, you're in a place that values plurality over conformity. Yeah, come on now. Yeah, y'all better talk to me. If you're in Bridge City, I don't care if you're a member, a guest, this is your first time, you've been here a few times, this is your last time, whatever it is, if you're here, you're in a place that values plurality over conformity, which means you can show up as your full self. Nobody's trying to force you to look like anybody else, act like anybody else, believe like anybody else. The only way we learn how to build together is to learn how to live together. Y'all, maturity is not only knowing when to get up, it's also knowing when you have finally found somewhere worth sitting. And forgive me, I may be biased, but I feel like this bridge. I feel like Bridge City, and I may be biased. I get it. I may be biased. Just call me four-eyed and biased if you want to. I may be biased, but I just feel like Bridge City is somewhere worth sitting. Yeah. I think that's the reason why we've grown by over 30 members in this month alone, because people are finding a place worth sitting. For those of you who don't know, people have already done the math. That was an 11.83% increase, and we're just getting started. And I think that's happening because people are realizing, yeah, this is worth sitting. This is a chair that I can trust. I think this can handle all of my big back energy. I think I can sit down in this chair and it's not going to collapse under me. And once you realize that the seat actually fits, the next challenge is making sure you do not spend the whole time sitting there like somebody is about to ask you to leave. Which brings me to my final point of this weekend. You've got to reject the imposter syndrome. I told you I was going to zig when you thought I was going to zag. So don't you be sitting there mad at me. I told you what was coming before it came. So hello, there's a joke in there. I'm not going to mess with it. So reject the imposter syndrome. Yeah. You respected the seats that were not yours. You refused the seats that were wrong for you. You learn how to recognize the seat that actually fits. Now comes the final conversational challenge of the weekend. Can you actually occupy it? Can you actually occupy? Catch this. Some people finally get exactly where they work to get and then spend the entire experience feeling like somebody is about to discover that they don't belong there. They sit on the edge, over-explain every decision, overprove every qualification, minimize every accomplishment, treat authority like it's borrowed. They behave like somebody is eventually going to walk into the room and say, "Excuse me, you're in my seat. You don't actually qualify to sit here." And that's what we commonly call imposter syndrome. You're so afraid that somebody gonna figure out that you're not perfect. Newsflash, you not. You so afraid that somebody gonna figure out that you got hiccups sometimes. Newsflash, we all do. Okay. This is that imposter syndrome, the inability to internalize the evidence of your own competence, your own belonging, or your own accomplishment. And after everything we've done in this series, I need Bridge City to develop a little audacity about sitting in your seat. I didn't say arrogance, I said audacity. Hey, have some arrogance too if you want to, but have some audacity, that kind of audacity that says, I know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. Come on now. Yeah. No. I know what I bring to the table. Yeah. I saw the vacancy and I took my shot. I saw the opportunity and I prepared for it. I saw where I could contribute and I showed up. I saw something being mishandled and had enough courage to challenge the status quo. No, I know why I'm here. And now that I'm here, I'm not going to spend the whole experience apologizing because somebody else thinks that the seat should have remained empty. Nah, player, seats taken. You see how we flip that? No. Just no. No. You know, I don't think you need to be the one handling that. I think that need to be somebody else. I'm sorry. Seats taken. Well, you know, I just think you need to be doing something different. I'm sorry. Seats taken. Come on now. Not because I'm trying to keep anybody else out. Seats taken because I finally stopped keeping myself out. No. Seats taken. People sometimes tell me, they say, Durante, if I was you, I'd shave that beard. It ain't even growing, bruh. Why you got that taco meat on your face? What you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Seats taken. Sometimes people say, Durante, those glasses big as hell. And over the past few weeks, I've noticed they're a little crooked too. If I was you, I wouldn't wear those glasses. I'm sorry. Seats taken. No. Some people are coming to you right now. I don't know why you do the way that you do things. I do it because I'm sitting in my seat. All right. That seat is taken. There is a difference between entitlement and ownership. Okay. Entitlement says this should be mine because I wanted it. Ownership says I've accepted the responsibility of what is mine to carry. And once you've done the work, developed the capacity, recognized the fit, and accepted the responsibility, you have to stop behaving like your presence requires everybody else's permission. Yes, come on now. This is where I like to think about Simba. Okay, last week we talked about Mufasa a little bit. You deliberately disobeyed me. We talked about Mufasa a little bit. Okay, King Joffrey Jaffa. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We talked about Mufasa, but this weekend I kind of want to talk about Simba. Y'all remember Lion King? We still in the 90s. I told you, argue with your mama now. I like the 90s. We're still in the 90s. Scar doesn't merely take Pride Rock. His rule creates an environment where Simba becomes disconnected from his own identity and convinces him that staying away is somehow better for everybody. And I'm curious, who or what is Scar in your life? Yeah. Listen to me. Who or what has convinced you that abdicating your agency, that abdicating your audacity is in the best interest of everybody else? Who or what is your Scar? Run, Simba, and never return. No, who or what? His rule creates an environment where Simba becomes disconnected from his own identity and convinces him that staying away is somehow better for everybody. Some of you are shrinking because you feel that shining would be offensive. Some of you are shrinking because you feel like shining. Yeah, man. Come on now. Because you feel like shining. It's too much for other people. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. No, it's just in everybody's best interest if I stay in my little box, because you know what? I'm a little too much. And you know what? Sometimes I'm not enough. And so because of that, you know what? It's just in the best interest that I go over here and I just Hakuna Matata. Hakuna. I'm just gonna go over here and I'm just gonna Hakuna Matata by myself and just hang out with the pig and the rat. I know that's not what they are, but that's what they are in the United States. It's a pig and it's a rat. It's not a warthog. It's just a pig and a rat. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna Hakuna Matata with them, and I'm gonna walk around in the jungle, and I'm gonna Can You Feel the Love Tonight with Elton John, which is one of the best songs on that soundtrack. Let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. I'm gonna do all of that, and I'm gonna stay right there. But listen, at some point, you got to realize that somebody is waiting for you. One of my favorite parts in the whole movie is when the baboon he's out there in the woods or in the forest or in the savannah. I don't know where he's at. He's out there somewhere in the Serengeti. We'll just say the Serengeti. That sounds right. He's out there in the Serengeti and he gets a whiff. He's like, wait a minute. I recognize that smell. That smells like royalty. Remember, we told you this whole series has been about reclaiming the throne of your agency. That smells like audacity. The king is alive. Y'all don't want to talk to me. The turning point is not merely Simba discovering that Scar is wrong. It's Simba remembering enough about himself to return. Stop remembering so much about the people who didn't want you to have a seat that you forget who you are. Damn, this is good, y'all. You cannot reclaim a seat while still agreeing to the story that convinced you to abandon it. Well, you're just a woman, so you can't sit there. Oh, well, you black in America. Well, you know you gay. Y'all better talk to me. Well, you know you got them big ass glasses. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious. You cannot reclaim a seat while still agreeing with the story that convinced you to abandon it. Well, you know, so many people know your past. They know what you used to do and who you used to be. You know, your mind don't work like everybody else's mind. You know, your ADHD will have you all over the place. You cannot reclaim a seat while still agreeing with the story that convinced you to abandon it. Well, you just too small for any of that. Who are you? You can't. Scar, he got the hyenas on his side, and then one of the hyenas is Whoopi Goldberg. What you gonna do against a Whoopi Goldberg hyena? Okay? She gonna have you laughing and dying at the same time. You might as well just stay over there in Hakuna Matata. You cannot reclaim a seat while still agreeing with the story that convinced you to abandon it. Some of you've changed rooms, changed careers, changed communities, changed relationships, developed new skills. You've survived things that should have taught you something, and you are still allowing an outdated version of yourself to decide how much space the present version of you is allowed to occupy. Your history does not get to overrule the evidence of who you've become. Let that sink in for a moment. Your history doesn't get to overrule the evidence of who you become. Well, Durante, you just don't know how bad my history is. You don't know what I've done. You don't know where I've been. Durante, you don't know what people know about who I used to be. You don't know how I used to live my life. Man, I've done some things. Your history does not get to overrule the evidence of who you've become. Man, this is too good. So last weekend, the challenge was trust your capacity enough to take the seat. This weekend, I want to push it further. Once you take it, stop acting like you stole it. Stop acting like you don't belong there. Stop acting like you don't qualify. Sit all the way back. Put your weight down. Just get sloppy with it. You know what I'm saying? No, sit all the way down. Do the work, make the decision, use your voice, accept the responsibility, and stop looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes waiting for somebody to validate what your life has already provided the evidence for. Because the final evolution of seats taken is not somebody else telling you that you cannot sit here. It's you finally becoming secure enough to say, you know what, you're right. The seat's taken on my end. I'm sitting in it. I know where to sit. I know when to sit. And when I know that I belong there, I know how to stay seated. So here is the invitation this weekend. If you're visiting Bridge City this weekend, whether it's your first time or you've been here a few times, I want you to hear the same thing Jenny told Forrest. You can sit here if you want to. Not because you have nowhere else to go, not because we need you to think like us. Us for Bridge City is just a group of people. We don't all think alike. It's not because you have to trade your questions for somebody else's answers, not because belonging here requires you to become less of who you are. We're not building a community around conformity. We are building around connection, a place where difference does not have to be diminished to be accepted, a place where disagreement does not require disrespect, nor does it have to lead to disconnection. A place where you can bring your questions, your experiences, your perspectives, your doubts, your hopes, your history, all your big back energy baggage. Yeah. And still have room at the table. You don't have to believe what I believe. You don't have to think what everybody else thinks. You don't have to perform certainty to earn belonging. You can sit here if you want to. Okay? But bridge builders, members, I need you to hear this invitation a little differently this weekend. Because for you, it's not about finding a seat. You've already found a seat. It's about accepting the responsibility that comes with having the seat. We keep saying that we're building a bridge to better outcomes for people looking for real community without doctrinal demands or supernatural obligations, but bridges do not build themselves. Community does not happen because we put the word in our bio. Belonging doesn't happen because we streamed another Sunday session. That's nice. It's real nice. These Sunday sessions be on fire. But somebody has to welcome. Somebody has to organize. Somebody has to serve. Somebody has to create. Somebody has to invite. Somebody has to lead. Somebody has to see the vacancy and say, you know what? I think I can help carry that. And if you have capacity, there's room for your capacity here. If you have ideas, there's room for your ideas here. If you have leadership, man, creativity, compassion, organization, experience, resources, influence, listen, or simply the willingness to help make somebody else's experience better, take your seat. Not because somebody forced you, not because somebody assigned you a doctrine, not because we're trying to manufacture obligation. Take it because you believe this bridge is worth building. Take it because you believe that people deserve community without having to surrender their agency. Take it because you believe connection can be life affirming without being supernatural. Take it because you see what we're building and you want your hands on it. For visitors, there's a seat for you here, and you can take your seat if you want to. For bridge builders, the members of Bridge City, there's responsibility waiting on you here. If you want to. There's room to belong. There's room to build. There's room to become. There's room to contribute. Okay? The seat is open. The invitation is yours, and it is. That's what it is. It's an invitation. So that means the seat is yours. You can sit here if you want. The link is on the screen. Our community is standing by to welcome you in. If you make the decision to join our community for the first time today, when you join, within 24 hours, we're going to have you added to a chat room of everybody else who's joined within this month. be looking for that chat. As soon as you join, go ahead and turn your notifications on so you don't miss it. Go ahead and turn it on so you don't, because we're going to be there waiting for you to celebrate you. It's like a virtual doorway. We're going to be there like, hey, come on in. Flashback to last week. Hercules. Yeah, we're going to be right there because we're glad that you're here. We're excited that you're taking your seat, that you're choosing to. And what better way to get started than by hanging out with us in coffee hour today, right after the session. I hope that you've enjoyed this conversation today. Will you please help us welcome our host as we close it out for this evening? Thank you for your time. And don't forget to join us over in coffee hours. We'll see you there shortly.
Thank you, Durante. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you all found your seat comfortable today, or only a little bit uncomfortable, helpfully uncomfortable. How's it going, Julian? Oh, I think you're muted. Live, yay! I still can't hear you.
All right, we back? Is that better?
All right, we got you. All right, fantastic.
Okay, I don't know
Thank
what
you.
happened there. No, today's conversation that was incredible. Taking ownership of that seat, man. Like after going through all the work over the last few weeks, you think about like, okay, now that we've done the work to sit here and process everything, like now we have to get comfortable. Like, okay, I belong here.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be the hardest part, right? Because I'm really good at like chipping in and jumping in, but taking that ownership can really be it can be the discomfort part. Because when you take ownership, then you have to realize, okay, well then it's on me. Now I'm not just helping someone else with their thing. I'm taking ownership. I'm putting my own stamp on this, and it brings the stakes up a little bit. So I can see how that would be uncomfortable, and I mean I've been scared to do that in the past, right?
Yeah, it's definitely scary. So I want to know from the people here, now that we've kind of gotten through all this, what is like a light bulb moment from today? Let us know, what kind of clicked for you, just off, click light bulb, that spark, right?
Well, like, what did anything catch your attention? I mean, like, I know, the Forrest Gump is funny. The Forrest Gump reference for me is like my introduction to Forrest Gump is when I was like little. I used to like running. I used to enjoy running places for no apparent reason. And kids used to tease me by the run, Forrest, run. So I had no idea what the movie was, didn't know where it was. I just had kids shouting at me all the time growing up. When I finally watched the movie, I'm like,
scary.
Oh.
That could be scary. Kids just yelling at you, telling you to run, and you don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, that's for sure. But no, it's so that was my introduction to Forrest Gump. So that's what always comes to mind when I hear that movie come up. But honestly, like to bring that back around to the topic, like this comes back to like don't shrink yourself, right? Because you had kids shouting that at me, and I started walking when I felt like running, right? And now that I've grown up, I'm just like, F them kids, right? I should be able to do what I feel like doing if it's not hurting anybody else.
Exactly.
Right? And that's kind of the mindset I've been trying to embody myself. But for anybody who's new here, if anyone's new, shout out in the chat if you can. But like, does it give any of you anything to think about? Did you have anything that you wanted to bring from this conversation? And if you'd be interested in taking us back with us to Bridge City, we have coffee hours coming up right afterwards, and it's a place for us to connect, where we're trying to think honestly. We're trying to have that acceptance and acknowledgement that we're all people doing our own making our own path through life. And we're trying to do this together, building communities, building relationships. You know, it's so hard to make friends in your 30s. So that's what we're here for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, for sure. We are. She mentioned coffee hour. I'm obsessed with coffee hour. I cannot tell you how much I'm obsessed with it, but it is definitely the place to be after these conversations. You don't have to have everything figured out, but just joining can be a good start. Um, in order to get into coffee hour, you do have to be a member of the group, which is free.
Mhm.
So that is, the first step would be, joining the global campus to get connected. There's a free new member onboarding course that helps you understand Bridge City's mission, how the community works, how to navigate the campus, and how to find people and conversations, and then how to find ways to participate and make an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Zernial, if we could just get the QR code put up for the screen recording, then anybody who wants to make their way over, set up, just quickly create an account. You should be able to access the live room. Thank you, Zernial. Yeah, and yeah, it would be wonderful to see you. We always have incredible conversations at coffee hour, so I would love to see you all over there. Um, and for those of you who are part of Bridge City, as we've started calling them Bridge Builders now, I think we've got a name now.
Yeah,
Yay!
that's yeah. I think that's what I love it. I love it. We had a few
Yeah,
ideas. They were all great. I didn't have any favorites. Even I don't even remember the one that I proposed. I proposed one and I don't remember what it was because they were all just so good. So
I
yeah,
think it was
Bridge
like
Builders. That is.
Bridgers or the Bridgertons, and Bridgerton, I think,
Yeah.
is, but yeah, but don't, but make, we'd love to have you promoting the conversation, right? Again, join us in coffee hour. Great conversations. And we've got the Commons on campus. We've got our lounge, which is a private Discord server that we use for a lot of casual stuff. Or share the replay, post the comments on the stream. Don't forget to like on your way out, so that we have that algorithmic boost. And yeah, we'll see you around on campus. We've for those who are sorry, go ahead, Julian.
No, you're fine. So the current members, ways to get more plugged in and find more resources. We have the resource board where we have therapy and professional mental health resources posted. You can check out our clubs, share your story in the deconstruction club, come to a wellness check-in. You can join any of the events. It will tell you in your time zone specific, which is great. But be sure to RSVP so that we know how many attendants and who's planning on attending the events, so that we can know that we're prepared accordingly. So yeah, check out the teams. We're always growing and can always use more help. And if you see something that moves you, come build it with us. And if it's not something that you see that we have, you can reach out to leadership. I think it's really cool. Like, I joined in April. Me and I think Ashley were talking about content creators, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to have a content creator club. And she was like, yeah, you should start that. I was like, okay, so now I am organizing the content creator club.
Honestly, that's how I got involved too, right? It's like I was joining, I was just lurking around the music club for a while, and then at one point somebody said, "Oh, I really want a voice teacher," and I said, "Oh, I could do a workshop." And then next day, Ashley messages me, "So, are you serious? Let's do this. Let's get this going." Yeah, and it was great. It was fantastic. And so yeah, we've got so if Bridge City matters to you, yeah, come on in, help us build it. We've got our teams are developing like crazy right now. I've got my social arts team, aka storytellers, that I've just taken on the role, and I'm gonna be launching so a lot of cool stuff in the fall. And it's going to be fantastic. We've already started a little bit work on our superhero Bridge Builders comic, and that's been a blast. It's just been a really busy summer. So we're going to get back onto that. And we've also, but all of these cool things we've got going on, we do ask for support, right? This stuff is, we live in capitalism, stuff costs money. So if anybody is able to support us in various ways, we have our Giving Tuesdays is the second Tuesday of every month. This month was a great Giving Tuesday. We're actually able to cover our costs this month, and we'd like to keep that trend going. Because the more support we get from our community, the more our community is able to do and outreach. And we've got big plans for Bridge City. So we need lots of resources for that. So, you know, giving helps us keep this place accessible. There's no fee for membership. We're not here to charge people. We don't want to back people into a corner. We don't want to guilt people into giving. But if you are capable of it, right? I don't want to see anybody donating their last dime if they need to eat, right? But yeah. If you're able to support us, to help support us, then we would love to have your support. And thank you, Zernial. It is a fantastic thing, and like Durante mentioned earlier, we are starting to explode in membership. We got over 30 members this month alone, which is great. And more engagement than ever. It was 11, something like an 11% jump in membership, which is crazy. And crazy.
I think I mentioned in one of the conversations we had, these types of things do cost money. It costs money to have servers available with the programs and the apps and holding all the users, and you have to know like how many users are you gonna have on your platform, and you have to pay for the capacity for all that stuff. So there's no guilt, no manipulation, but everything costs money. The cloud isn't invisible, it's not free, so these things exist as infrastructure that someone has to pay for. So we invite our members to help in building the community that they are a part of. So there's no, reward or supernatural promise or anything. It is just, people making things better for people. And one of the easiest ways to support a conversation like this is to make sure it reaches somebody who needs it. Taking that conversation with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so make sure that you, again, share the replay if there's anybody who you think can benefit from it. We've got, and invite someone to join us for the next Sunday Sessions live stream. Again, we've got so many cool people, so many interesting things. We've got, we want you to come join us in Bridge City, take your seat at the table, because we want to hear what you have to say. So join us, join us at coffee hour today, but also think about who in your life could benefit from having a place where they can, take a seat and be celebrated for it. Buffering?
Absolutely.
Was that my internet?
I was just gonna say, no, you're back. I don't know who that was. I think that might have been you, because I don't know.
It might have been me.
Back. It's all good. We're here.
We're back. Okay,
so
that's good.
Like
That's
said,
the important part.
Yeah, coffee hour. Excellent. We will see you all at coffee hour. Hopefully, you should be there. But as we go into that, the final, kind of thoughts is, what are you carrying from today's conversation, and how are you going to give yourself room to sit with this and to take that seat? One thing to question, one thing to approach, or a conversation that you are having that you want to continue.
Yeah. And well, for example, just to bring a couple of points forward, talking about, just because, it's there doesn't mean it fits you. And that's why we have a lot of different seats available at Bridge City, right? We have people who are more comfortable working behind the scenes and they want to do a little bit of editing work, but we have a lot, and we have people who like to be on camera, right? So we're doing a casting call after coffee hour today. And so it would be great to have more people to do these, the intro and and the closing and the announcements. And it would be absolutely phenomenal for anybody who wants to get their face on camera. But there's a lot of people who want to pitch in. Oh, am I buffering again? No, someone's buffering. Yay, live. Okay. But speaking of announcements, I'm just going to get right into it. We do have a few things to cover today. All right.
Okay, did we both disappear? I don't know what just happened.
What happened?
I don't know. We're close. What's up?
No, it was just you, Julian. Your it looks like your connection may be kind of bad because you're breaking up a lot.
Yeah,
okay, well, I was just
so
gonna.
that's probably what it is. But yeah.
That's always fun. But just gonna close this out with some announcements. Gonna go over. We have the selfless selfies theme, right? Selfless selfies is an initiative that we've been had ongoing for a while, where we just encourage members of the community. It's not about like bragging or showing off or scoring points, but it's a way of encouraging the community to go out and make a difference in their community, in your meet space. Right, and this month we're having a back to school theme for selfless selfies, where we're encouraging members of the community to donate school supplies or find somewhere to support or volunteer for back to school programs, especially for kids who may be in a position where they're not able to afford all of their own supplies. And Lord knows we don't want to make the teachers pay for all of that.
Yeah.
And also we have on our club spotlight, we've got our politics and deconstruction club on spotlight this month. We had politics club we had what was their event? They had the media literacy city talks. Our first ever city talks was presented through the politics club. It was a fantastic talk. I was only able to catch part of it. But it's really, really important, I think, this day and age more than ever, for people to understand how to test their understanding of the information that they're internalizing. And then Deconstruction Club, we've got a monthly event, Nuts and Bolts, which is I caught this month's one. It was absolutely phenomenal. Loads of fun. Again, lots of people, lots of opinions, and lots of different perspectives on life, but we all had a good time. And so for this coming week, we've got a busy week coming up. We've got coffee hour right after this, and then I think we were going to do are we doing a casting call? Because I hadn't heard about that before.
I am not sure. That is I don't know.
Because they said amended in the intro, and I'm wondering if that was from in the notes from a couple weeks ago, because I don't see any events for that. But we will be doing casting calls soon. If we are not doing it today, I'm still figuring that out. But later today, we do have, after coffee hour, there's another small talk. The small talks are just initiatives that we allow members to present their own personal talks about subjects that are important to them. And so we've got a member doing the second part in his 5-part small talk series, where he's presenting his own philosophical system. And we've got we've got the new members house party coming up this Wednesday. That's going to be a blast. So for those who don't know, any new members who come to Bridge City, we have a house party, a virtual house party where we go through and do a little bit of orientation and give people a chance to get to know each other and hang out and have a chill time. And there's a wellness club check-in also Wednesday earlier in the day. And then the memes and on Tuesday is the Memes and Media Club is doing a video or game night. I'm not sure what the plan is but again, it's just another kind of fun, chill place where people can get together and play some video games or maybe watch a cheesy movie or something like that. And then on Friday we have got our TTRPG tabletop role playing game. We are doing a Song of Ice and Fire system. I am Gwyneth, the SOC Woods Witch. But it is again another great way to participate if you enjoy tabletop RPGs. We do have availabilities if people we do have it set up so that if new members want to join in, we can set you up with a character. And then on Saturday, we've got a part 2 of the Trigger Warning series we had last Saturday that went kind of over, and they decided let's pick it up again next week. And that is a somewhat contentious discussion around the topic of might makes right and how it's presented across history. Did I get everything?
Yeah, that was awesome. I had put the calendar pulled up like a little bit after you started, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, she's hit him. Yep.
Alrighty, all right. Yeah, I've got it here. I'm just like, okay, we got a busy week. It's been a fantastic summer.
Everything you can, things you can think of, not everything you can think of, but things
there's
you
something
can think
for
of.
everyone.
There's things to do. There's something for everybody.
There's something for everyone. We've got all of these fantastic events. We've got a whole bunch of fantastic clubs. And if you join and there isn't a club that sparks your interest, then if you can find some members that also enjoy that thing, then approach us and you can maybe start your own club, right? And this is what we're about. We want to build a community around the people, not attract the people to a pre-built community, right?
Yeah. You can have a hand and a signature, in the bricks laid, for the foundation of the place that you get to enjoy, which is really nice. So, yeah, come check us out. Plenty of events to get plugged into, plenty of spaces and clubs to get plugged into. It is a lot of fun. That's why I'm here. It is a lot of fun. So we'll be talking a lot more about today's conversation at Coffee Hour. If I had a nickel for every time I said or heard Coffee Hour, I would have enough nickels to buy a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
So come on.
Oh, we keep talking it up because it's been so fire. Honestly,
it's been one of the coolest things I've seen happen in a while. Honestly,
it's been great.
Yeah. Bring some of those, questions, some of the things that you were saying in chat and some of the things that's on your mind now. Bring that stuff over to the Coffee Hour.
And yeah, and so again, thank you all for coming. We're working on building here. We're trying to build it that's forward thinking, people centric, and life performing. We want people to be able to spot or see the seat that they want to take, and give them the room to take that seat and be in the driver's seat of your own life, right?
Absolutely.
Take the wheel back from Jesus.
Yeah. We're willing to question the things that we inherit and imagine what could be different. That's what we talk about, forward thinking. And, being people centric, is with that, our people matter ideology, and having fuller, more connected lives, not just better answers, is how we pour out those values. So yeah,
exactly.
I guess just nothing left to just invite them and push them on through, right?
Yeah. So yeah, again, so we'll see you all at Coffee Hour, and we want to thank everybody once again for being here. It has been such a blast. I've been really enjoying participating in these Sunday sessions and the Coffee Hour, and I am really, really excited about what we're building here. And for all of you, I guess there's just one thing left to say. Keep rising and be the bridge.
Absolutely.
Sit in a song. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends and now you are the proof. What if I told you to sit in it for a minute and wrestle with your intentions? I know you're tired of pretending, yeah. I hope you're listening, this is just the beginning. And sitting is where the winning is. Learn it and you gon' win again. It's your throne cause you're W2 for a win. The lights on and the future just welcomed you in. Big boss flaws like Daenerys, now shall we begin? When you play the Game of Thrones, you better be playing to win. Masters and bastards is the language of past interactions. Disaster strikes and we need you seated, ready for action. Have some compassion, be rational. Bring the fractional back to you in your capacity. Actually have audacity. Sit in your chastity, appreciate your masterpiece. Your masterpiece is how you piece together all the recipes. They can cook it up and dish it out, but they will never be the you we need. So please concede, it's time for you to take your seat. Wow.
Take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle and leave no
residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat and
let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle,
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof. Welcome in and take a seat
and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
as fly as you are.
Take up your mantle and leave no residue. This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof. Can I talk to somebody this afternoon who's had to wrestle with a fear of sitting? Like, I don't know where you've been, I don't know what you've dealt with, but let proof.
Yeah, like I said in no Jim Crow, my stomach been jumping bungee rope. You see, I lied to myself, cried every night, I denied myself. Looking for a sign for a voice out there. That's when I sat down like me, come here. Let's look at your scars, let's open your fears, let's peel it apart, see what appears. Here, take your seat.
Come in and take a seat and let us know just how you do. There is no one else on this planet who is as fly as you are. Take up your mantle,
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are.
Right, on me. That's when I made the jump, more like it was a sit-in. Had to stop pretending my truth was stranger than fiction, like it ain't written. Although my penmanship is sketch, I had to draw the line, connect the dots, remove myself from Mordor's eye. Return to self, return to sender, all your favorite precious little lies and projections. You see, my essence ain't a prison, it's a prism of molecules and geometric patterns. I can't believe I let the interference turn to static. I can't believe my enemy was something I imagined. I can't believe with patience, peace comes with understanding. The stars in their alignment don't require no one's timing. Your truth, what you decided. Your seat here, you assigned it.
Take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle and
leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet who is as high as you are. Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet who is as high as you are. Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you are the proof.
Welcome in and take a seat and let us know just how you do.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends, and now you
are the proof.
There is no one else on this planet
who is as high as you are.
Take up your mantle
and leave no residue.
This is the beginning of legends,
and now you are the proof.